Hello there roguelike fans, my name is Beggles and today I am bringing you a newly released demo. It's called Ketz Galactic Overlords and they are sponsoring this video, so my aim here is to get you to look into the description and the comments and click on this free playable demo. I mean, at the end of the day, if you like survivor style roguelike games, give it a try, let me know how you find it. Now, I'm going to talk about this as if you have never played a survivor's roguelike style game. And I think there's a few out there, but essentially in this game, you are playing a horde survival style mode, and you have one big goal to try and survive for as long as possible. Now in Ketz, you actually have the ability that I really enjoy, which is auto attacking. And therefore you press Q, and from then on in, you don't have to click. The game does the attacking for you. Now, as you can see here, I'm collecting some of these blue orbs, which give me experience, and that will become the way that I upgrade my character through each run. Now, I think we're probably a minute into it, and I've already got 3 different upgrades. So one thing that you'll enjoy from this game is that it does not slow the level up ramp. It just lets you keep going, and within a very short amount of time, you're going to find that you are leveling up many times. Now, each time you level up, there's different heroes that give you a chance to select one of those misty mechs. I'm not sure what the correct term is for those sort of godlike beings, but essentially they have different abilities and style. Some of them will give you speed upgrades, some of them will give you poison upgrades, things like that. So I'm getting some different skills here, and they also have different levels. So you've got adept. What we really want is legendary upgrades, and we can get more of a chance by increasing our luck and things like that. Oh, we've got our first item there with the photon blast helmet, which is nice. So we've got an expert ability. I'll go back and collect that later, but I'm just going to be kiting and running around and trying to take out as many of these enemies as we can. I've got some really cool visual effects happening right now as well, and one of my favorite things about roguelike survival games are the ones that make it look visually impressive. I know that the movement here is pretty basic, and I do hope at some point in the future they put in controller capability. But a game that allows you to have all these different elements is definitely one that I enjoy. Maybe collecting money as well, which I'll show you it later, allows me to move into the home base area and use that currency to buy some items and things like that. Got our first sort of shielded enemy there. Got to take out their shield before we clear them, and essentially what I'm doing here is trying to level up. I'll pick up that helmet now that I'm near it. Running around, trying to kite. This is definitely, if you haven't played a survival game before, this is a kiting game. But hopefully at some point, a legendary attack speed increase, nice. At some point I get strong enough where I can just stand and take them out, but that might be a journey for a little bit later. I've got a couple of really cool visual effects. And we're going to keep on taking out these rats. As the time moves up, you can see at the top we've got a timer. We'll get more and more intricate and harder enemies. I have suspicions about that timer being actually slow, because sometimes I feel like I've done like a 20-minute run and it's only saying 8 minutes. We've got another interesting shield character here that actually give us an attack animation here with the charge. So because I'm doing pretty well here, I can just sort of dodge around it. But I will say that I have got a couple of items that I've got from earlier runs, which is making me a little bit stronger. All right, let's keep on going. I don't think my attacks are doing that much damage, so when you play through, with the amount of upgrades that you're getting, you have the chance to choose your build path. You can do a movement speed focus if you get lots of those upgrades, or you can even do like abilities or attack based damage stuff. So there's a lot of customization in terms of how you want to play through it, but for the most part, it's pretty standard survival style stuff. And I must say, like, when I was playing through it as well, like when I was playing earlier, it's quite relaxing. It might be a game that's a little bit tricky to do commentary for because there's lots of repetition, but you definitely get into the zone of not thinking too much, and there's some pretty basic music at the moment, but if there's upgrading the music in the future, that would be awesome. Otherwise, I reckon I'll be getting maybe like my Spotify out and just putting on some good music and playing through. I've got a speed boost here, which I'm going to use for my basic attacks, and my goal here is just to become a guy that's pretty quick, runs around, has some really cool stuff like floating around, which should be good. there is a bit of RNG involved with it. So I guess if you're getting upgrades from different build paths you don't really want, that can be a little bit tricky. But apart from that, I'm going to collect some coins. I'm going to keep going. I will take an intentional death shortly because I do want to show you some of the other things that we can see. And at the moment, this is quite easy. All right, another upgrade. Just novices, just basic stuff here. I must say, I like the different time portals that I'm doing. I think it's probably, if I was to say what is my favorite thing about this Ketz demo, the amount of different visuals that they put on screen, I think is really impressive. And while sometimes it feels like maybe some of them go missing a little bit, I don't know if that's just me, but you know, when I'll have one and then I'll upgrade it and another one seems to have gone missing. But I think there's a lot of really cool stuff happening on the screen that you've got to accept that it's a really fun game. A fun looking game for sure. Alright, I've got another ring there, which is handy. I might take an intentional death in a moment so that I can show you what we can do with those rings. My health is pretty low anyway. We'll take it here. Alright, I got an upgrade before I died. Nice timing. Okay, we go down, we fall on our sword, we are in defeat. But as you can see here, it actually shows you the different skills that you've collected along the way, and also the amount of damage and DPS you had with that build path. So for those that really like theory crafting, there's going to be a lot of ability to check in DPS and damage and stuff like that. So this is our home base. There's a couple of things that we can do here. We're going to head over to this spot here with Tinket. Tinket allows us to use the items that we've collected and put them together. You get 6 of the same type or same rarity, and then you can actually craft them and get a better one. So I need one more. I might have to take one off one of my characters here. What I got? Let's have a look. Let's put a ring in here. So we're going to forge these 6 items, and we're going to get one uncommon. It's a bit pricey, 6 commons for an uncommon ring, but I guess, as you saw there, I only played for about 4 minutes. I think I collected 3 or so different items. So upgrading your items is going to be really important. And you can see that I've got different items across different heroes or different characters, and you can actually transfer them. So that's pretty good. Creating new items, getting more and more higher ranking items is definitely going to be your way to get further into the game. So that's something I really enjoy. Reminds me of playing Rocket League and getting rid of all my rubbish items to try and get something a little bit better. Alright, we're also going to move over here. I'm going to show you the item shop. So you would have saw me during the run collect some coins. Now I can use those coins to buy items from here, or I can sell my items if I want to get a few more coins. So I've got 933 coins at the moment, but there's not a lot in the shop that I've found so far that's been too interesting. But I guess I'll just keep coming back and seeing what you've got there. You have the ability to buy back the items if you accidentally sell one, so that's pretty decent. Anyway, we'll put a belt on there. Needed a belt. I'm planning on doing a run in a moment, and we'll change the character so you can see a little bit about how that works as well. Alright, let's go down and check out our characters. Wrong laneway. Apologies. Been watching a lot of speedruns to do lots of dashes. So we've got Lyria here that we're going to be playing through, who is sort of a mage, but we've got a couple of different characters that you can't access yet that will be coming in the early access. So I guess 5 characters at the moment, which is nice. It definitely feels different playing through with Lyria, but I'm one that thinks the more the merrier. Alright, the main difference you're going to see here with Lyria is that we have ranged attacks. Alright, no longer do we have to get in there amongst it. We're going to use this ranged attack to take out enemies in. And the really cool thing I like about Lyria's ranged attacks as well is that they do a splash damage. So we're going to be able to clear some pretty big hordes using that effect there. So you see that I'm only doing 6 damage, so it's probably worth seeing as we play through. We've got the poison lady. I might take basic attacks. All right, let's see how much. Yeah, let's see. Or after 25, so that's quite a large increase. Oh, another poison again. Basic attacks can dance poison across. I'll take that. All right, I like that. What I've found is that sometimes when you're playing third poison in a row, sometimes this actually links in well with what I'm going to say. Sometimes you seem to get 3 or 4 of the same style upgrade, the same element you might say, which makes it really easy to link in your build path. 4 in a row, let's go. Link in your build path together so that you have a lot of synergy between the way that you're doing it. I guess this run's quite lucky. You can see there I've got, I think, 3 different poison things already, maybe 4. And this is quite a lucky run because it's allowing me to use abilities and skills that are going to build upon the other ones that I've already got. I guess if you're getting a poison, then a fire, then a speed, it's still good, but it's harder to kind of build that synergy up there because I should be doing 1 attack damage, I think here, do I? Or damaging flames, let's see. Let's go attack damage. I should be doing as much damage as I can with my attacks here because they should be creating poison launching between the other people and they're doing splash damage. So I feel like with the mage it's kind of like counterintuitive because usually mages are your, I guess, your spell damage caster, but I'm doing a lot of damage here with attacks. I'm going to keep going with that. So I've got a fire one here. But I'm already up to level 7, so it's a minute and 30 in-game time. I reckon it's a little bit more than that, maybe like 2 minutes, but I've leveled up 7 times, so I reckon my goal here is to make it 8 minutes into the game and fight a boss. So we're going to try and take out a boss in this run. But you'll see, I will do so many upgrades, and it gets to the point, but the ones that I don't really care about, I'm just going to click on the most high in terms of rarity item that we can find. Let's do... Enemies who die will set on fire. It's going to be handy, and to be honest, like, this is probably my 5th run, like, if I had to guess, and at the start, I don't think I lasted that long, but already just with the items, you can see that I've got a bit more ability to deal damage and sustain damage, and now I'm just, like, blitzing through this. This has got into the easy realm, which is nice, so I can default into relaxing survival mode. But as I said earlier, I am going to have a boss fight coming up shortly, so can't stay too relaxed. This splash damage is taking out everyone. And I think I started with 6 damage on my attacks. Now I'm up to about 30 to 40 damage. Attack speed is going to be perfect. I think I become the first glass cannon attack speed mage. We're creating new classes over here. Alright, let's go. Dead enemies have an effectable spread, so I'm hoping I've got some poison that ends up, when they die, spreads to other people. I just want poison all over the screen. See how, it's a lot of damage against this little mini boss here, so that is handy indeed. I want here spikes exploding from dead enemies. As I said earlier, I'm going to put the link to the demo in the description below, so you can try it out for yourself. It's definitely it's worth giving a couple of hours to, I think, and just seeing if it's a game that you want to check out when it moves into early access. I looked online earlier, there's quite a few people that are already playing it, so it's worth jumping in there and having a chat to people about the different things that you're finding. And then leaving your feedback as well. My feedback would be, controller support would be good. Definitely want to see those extra characters. I love extra characters, change the way they play, and maybe some music upgrades as well. Not that the music's bad, it's just quite repetitive, and I think if you give me some really cool tunes, it's going to allow me to become even more and more relaxed as I play through. Alright, Rax is going to give us a speed upgrade, or we could release some electro waves. Let's do the speed upgrade. Have I mentioned the dash? I don't even know if I've mentioned the dash. I'm quite a long way into this video and I forgot to mention the dash. So you get 2 dashes, but you can upgrade that with one of the level ups, and I've had it up to 3. And when you move into the harder fight, the dash is your best way to control the movement. It's really quick, and you can see that it refreshes super fast. So I imagine that when I finally get up to this boss, I'm going to be doing a whole lot of dashing. This is the most sparse I've had the area. I think I'm just destroying these crawling rat monkey things just so quickly that they're just dying and I don't really have any chance to fight anyone. It's a bit lonely. It's a lonely adventure. I'm telling you. Broken build. Attack damage mage. Lightning. Let's get some lightning on there as well. Let's get some visual effects. Where's my lightning? There's a bit of lightning. I love lightning. It looks cool. we've got about 3 minutes left. There's a necklace up there. I might get that a little bit later. Solar evasion. Alright, I've time skipped ahead a little bit so we can get up to this boss fight because I'm running out of time here with this video. Now, so when we get to 8 minutes, we're going to see the spawning of, I assume, Hammer Thor. I think there are a couple of bosses you can get, but the only one that I've seen so far is Hammer Thor. And I haven't defeated him, so hopefully this time works. This is definitely the best build that I've got so far, though. I'm dealing so much damage. Oh, there's something I can interact with here as well and get books. That's going to be really handy. We'll talk about that in a little bit because that's the first time I got books, but let's try and take care of Hammer Thor. You'll see that he charges at you. He's got a couple of AoE effects and the ability to slash his, I don't know, mace and throw them at you as well. So there's quite a lot of attacks here you have to worry about, and I think I mentioned earlier that I'll be doing a whole lot of dashing. That's my way. I want to wait for his attacks and then I want to dash after his AoE and then hopefully not tank a lot there, but I would say that on my first play against this Hammer Thor boss, I would have probably already been dead there. So the ability of using items to increase your armor and your health points and things like that has definitely made me able to tank a lot more damage. And I am doing a lot more damage with my attacks here, so that's really handy. I think I'm pretty good here to get my first boss win. Wonder what I get for boss wins. Let's just click on something. But no time for reading at the moment. We are headstrong, focusing on Hammer Thor. Is one more attack. Alright, so get some abilities and a lot of coins. Not some abilities, sorry, some items and a lot of coins for defeating the Hammer Thor, which wasn't. Oh, there's a ring there. Let's grab that. I mean, maybe as you play longer and longer, you can get more and more difficult bosses, but I was hoping to get maybe some more interesting items. That would have been handy, but there you'll see. It's not impossible to defeat the bosses. I reckon, as I said earlier, I've probably been playing this for about an hour and a half or 2 hours now, so I don't think that would have been possible for me on my first and second runs, but now that I've got a few different things, crafted a few different items, then I've definitely got the ability to do it, so it's kind of handy. I might take an intentional death in a moment and head back to the base, and yeah, so you can see all the different things that I've upgraded there, different build paths as well, so I'm not one that looks into the stats too much. I like clicking on things and seeing them die, but there is definitely the ability for those that do to delve in a little bit deeper. I think I'm just going to stand here and see what happens. Alright, let's turn off the auto attacking in a moment. Alright, it's still attacking. This is doing no damage to me. There we go, auto attack off. This is doing no damage to me. I just want to just test this out and see, like, how strong am I here? I don't think these enemies are really the strongest, but doing pretty good. I think that was a pretty good run, actually. I'm quite happy with that. You can keep going, but I think in the interest of time, we might stop there. Alright, intentional death has been taken. Let's head back to the base. And let's see what we've got access to here. Hammer Thor, King of the Rats. Oh, they were rats, has been defeated. Now, I got some books before. I want to have a look and see what I can do with these books. Alright, we've got Orenval down here, who says that if I offer him books, I can craft them into something. It looks like it takes 3 scrolly book-looking things. And let's click craft. What do I get? I get a gemstone and progress in the story. Okay. What does this gemstone gives me? It gives me an item slot. How do I put it on there? Critical chance, item rarity, skill slot. Oh, so not an item slot, gives me a skill slot. Interesting. And it's giving me something to do with the lore. I guess that will make sense a little bit later. I'm not sure. Alright. Right-clicking equips it. I don't know where it's gone. But maybe I'll find out about that later. There's something that I need to like delve into a little bit deeper. Alright, as I said, Ketz demo just been released onto Steam. Find the link in the description and in the comments. Jump in, have a go of this game. It's free, you've got nothing to lose. Let me know in the comments what you think about it. I think it's a pretty good, promising title in a survivors roguelite genre. I know there's a lot of games in this genre, but hey, it's pretty popular, so it's worth having a go. My name is Beggles. I do indie game reviews, previews, gameplay, that kind of things. If you've watched this far, do me a favor and subscribe and leave a comment. YouTube likes it when people interact, and it means that they'll show it to more people, which is good for the channel. Alright, thanks for watching.